Welcome to the Steambox Series, the series where I, Armrules, play and rank every Steam game I own that I don't remember buying. Awesome! We spin the wheel to see which game we're playing today, go through it, and finally slap a score on it and shove it in a tier list. Without further ado,
spin the wheel!
I've got my eye on you. Hammerwatch is a hack and slash action adventure game. It came out on PC in 2013 and everything else in 2017. It was published by Crackshell and developed by Crackshell. You know, the team behind Serious Sam's Bogus Detour. I have a 4K monitor, so when that option's given to me, I like to click the 4K button to know that I'm getting my money's worth from the monitor. Usually, I'd say 99.99 times out of 100, it works. In Hammerwatch, it doesn't. I clicked on 4K, which made the screen about 4 times too big and cut it off the monitor. Upon trying to revert that decision, I couldn't. I physically couldn't do it. I couldn't click anywhere on the screen, I couldn't escape, I couldn't undo. I was just stuck like that. I exited the game, nothing. I uninstalled the game, nothing. It was still set to a resolution that wasn't 4K because 4K would have fit the screen. It just didn't do that. What I ended up having to do is go into the files, open up, I don't even know what it was, the source code or something, and then edit it from in there and make various changes until the resolution fitted my screen. So that process of just trying to change the resolution on my game took 15 minutes. To do one thing and make the game full screen. Are you mad? Graphically, it's very simple. It's pixel art style, but it's done well. There's good lighting effects, good shadow effects. It gives off kind of that dark castle vibe that it's going for, and I think that's portrayed really well in the art style. The closest thing I could really compare it to is something like Terraria, where all of the backgrounds and biomes and everything look proper. They look well designed. So yeah, graphically, can't really complain about very much there. When you can see the whole screen, that is. The game itself's really fun. I had great fun playing it for the time that I did the review. It controls really well through the simple control scheme that it uses. You just have the arrow keys and your mouse. You use the arrow keys to move around and you click your mouse. Left click does a light attack, right click does a special attack, and that's all you need. The game's a dungeon crawler, so you're essentially just exploring this castle, going from level to level, collecting keys to get to the next area. If you just want something to do for sort of half an hour, however long you want to play, this is a really fun way to do it. Overall, in the Steambox series, I think this is the only game that I would actually go back to and play. I must be missing something, because I'm not having fun. Finally, a game with a story. The story mode's called Temple of the Sun. The blurb simply says, expansion campaign, defeat Sharan the Sun Guardian. I played story mode for all of about 10 minutes before I decided that I didn't know what I was doing and that I gave up. The most similar game I can compare it to would be something like Pokemon, but with far less hand holding. You're kind of sent in to this desert and you have to go and find people and talk to them about something. I don't know, I didn't really get it. What really annoyed me was the textures in the desert tried to simulate some kind of depth. So for example, some things would be lower than where you're standing and some things would be higher up than where you're standing. The way the art style is makes it really hard to distinguish what's below you, what's above you, and what's on your level. So I ended up just walking into rocks for about half an hour, even though I only played the story for 15 minutes. Overall, I can't really comment on the story because I didn't really give it a fair try. It just didn't seem like the kind of thing for me. I preferred the dungeon crawling mode. But you're not a very good reviewer, are you, skipping the story? Let me guess, you played the game on mute, so you can't comment on the audio either? Actually, sir, no. The audio in the game is actually really good. The music's atmospheric, the monsters that you're fighting all have their own individual noises, and I think that it all works well given the art style and the gameplay. I think the audio fits brilliantly. I enjoyed when the tracks would change when you've entered new areas so that you know that you are in a new area, and it almost helps give you a sense of progression. What does that even mean? This is not better than Puzzle Game. Once I'd sorted out my troubles with Hammerwatch in terms of the resolution, the game was brilliant. I enjoyed every minute that I played it. The gameplay and combat systems are well designed, the levels are amazing to explore in the dungeon crawler mode, combat's satisfying, the audio matches the game brilliantly, you can pick it up and put it back down whenever you want to. It is a brilliant game. So for all those reasons, if the resolution hadn't been such a bitch, this would get a 10. But unfortunately I'm going to have to drop it down to a 9. So this is the new highest rated game in the Steambox series. I don't know, man. I played Pixel Puzzles Ultimate all day over this. Well done, my friend. The first A grade game in the Steambox series. Firstly, massive thank you to everyone who subscribed. We are now at over 100 subscribers. That is my first milestone. It's a big deal for me. I'm very excited. So thank you to everyone who supports. You're brilliant. Secondly, thank you for getting this far through the video. I appreciate the watch time. If you are new around here, don't forget to like and subscribe. It helps the channel out massively, helps us get seen by more people, and we can carry on making great content. That's all for now, so I'll see you next time. Cheers.